Hello everyone and welcome to my very first PvP video for Star Wars The Old Republic. So I used to play this game quite a bit back in the 3.0 patch and a little bit in the 2.0, and I was a huge PvP player. And once 4.0 came, I kind of really got out of it, and now 5.0 has come back and I've started getting back into it. And I've been already recorded a bunch of videos on my Sentinel, my Merc, and all that I plan on putting up, and also I've started doing story for my content. But I decided I wanted to try doing more PvP videos. Now, back in 3.0 I wanted to, but I didn't really have the computer for it. And now I have the computer where I can record and play and all that fun stuff. So what I decided to do is, alongside with my story that I'm doing, I'm going to be doing a level up series in PvP. For instance, now I'm doing my bounty hunter. I'm now going to have a bounty hunter leveling up for PvP as well. So basically here I'm on my level 12 Powertech that I'm using for this bounty hunter story. And eventually, like after I get through Droman costs and all that, then we'll go to level 20, then 25. Basically get a feel of how the damage rotations works. Because I've kind of forgotten a lot of the damage rotations. I got Sentinel and Merc memorized, and Sorcerer. But I do I've forgotten my memory on like Prototype Powertech and stuff like I also want to do a sniper, and I'm going to do a Jedi Shadow of one of these series too when I get to their respective storylines. And Scoundrel, I plan on doing this a lot more with their respective storylines. Shadow's going to be interesting because I have no idea what a Shadow does. I know they're stealth and they can do a 60-second CC, and that's it. Throughout my entire career playing Tor, I have never played a Shadow for more than like 5 minutes. I do technically have a level 61 Sith Assassin, but that was the free level 60 character you got at the start of the expansion in 4.0, and I played him for like 1 hour in PvE, and I've never touched him since. He's like my least played character. In my legacy, I've debated even deleting him, but I don't want to have to level up another Sith Assassin. That's the only reason. By the way, this is the new map, the Yavin 4. It's stylish. Like, it's pretty much Alderaan Civil War. The scoring's a little different, and also is the only one I have FPS trouble on. Every other PvP map, when I'm recording, streaming at the same time, I can easily handle it. This one just lags the heck out of me. But not enough to where it's unplayable and it's a pain to watch. So, and by the way, the name is just a random name. If you know, you'll start seeing a lot of my characters with just random names. I do have a few ones that I used, but a lot of my names, I have both my Sentinel and my Marauder. My Sentinel is named Arcos, and my Marauder is named Trirenzo. And I started using those games in any other MMO I play, actually. Like, whenever I play a melee character in an MMO, I legit name them Trirenzo or Arcos. So I've kind of stuck like those names, and there's other names like this, like Ferklurk or whatever it's called, that I just basically random name because I hate using alt codes. I do have games of alt codes. I have 2 Star Killers, hence, you know, that's usually the name I'd like to go with. I have a PS4 account and all that. My Merc's name Star Killer is my first. But anyway, enough about that. Let's actually get to the game. So I'm deciding to go with the Advanced Prototype Powertech. I will do a bit of Pyro Powertech if I feel like it. I've seen some massive DPS numbers with Pyro Powertech, but it's never appealed to me. But then again, I haven't played it in a while, so who knows. So, a couple of things about the Powertech. His abilities has been redesigned since like 3.0 and stuff. Like, the Mercenary has a huge AoE and he lifts up in the air. It's def from above. The Powertech has a similar one, but it's kind of better. I think it's a little bit of a bigger AoE. I might be wrong, but he can move while he does it. So I kind of like that. Well, the Mercenary is stuck up in the air when he does it. I don't even have a taunt yet. Basically, there's no DPS rotation in this game. I mean, this game I do die quite a bit. I mean, I'm level 12. I have no healing capabilities, no defensive capabilities at this point. I have no damage, rotation to speak of. I have like a plasma cell is like the level 12 ability you get in the advanced prototype tree, and then you get my switchblade, I think it's called, which I love the animation for, by the way. Like here, I know this Juggernaut going on. By the way, a Friday Night Juggernaut is BS in this bracket, but anyway. But it's like once I get into someone, I can start doing some damage. But it's mainly, I've played a couple games on them, and it's just mainly me pressing 1 because I have no defensive capabilities, obviously, like there. Like, you know, if I was level 40, I could, like, Hydraulic Override, you know, Kolto Infusion, all that fun stuff. Kolto Overload. But even then, I still did a good amount of damage, I feel, and, you know, we ended up winning, so that's not a surprise. That's not a spoiler there. The armor, I kind of... I'm trying out the Mandalorian Tracker armor that came with, I want to say like the 8th Cartel crate or something like that, 8th Cartel shipment. And I'm doing a black and light gray dye, and I kind of like it. I'll probably change it once I get to chapter 2 of my Bounty Hunter story. But for the most part, I kind of do like the look. Let's see, the only real rotation I can have is Switchblade, Rail Shot, that cluster bomb, I don't even know what it's called because they changed the name of the Powertech. Used to, the Powertech and the Mercenary had many similar abilities. Now they've redesigned and renamed them for the Powertech, which I don't mind. It adds more disparity to it. And by the way, they had 2 healers on their team. That one Mercenary who was awful, and a Jedi Sage. And I literally, I realized that Jedi Sage may be the possibly the worst class for low-level PvP outside of low-level Marauder, because Jedi Sage, literally I lick my chops whenever I see one, because I literally go after them and they have no defense outside of one little heal that you can interrupt or stun them out of, and a bubble that lasts for 5 seconds if you just keep drilling them. And they don't have that immunity bubble where they heal and they're immune for 10 seconds. And it's playing lower ranks that I realize how valuable that is to the Sorcerer. Because if they don't have that, it's literally they're defenseless. Now also, later in Sorcerers now have teleports and all that ridiculous stuff. And this Mercenary healer, I know this is lobies, ma'am, but you really need to learn not to sit there and go just charge head first. The healer needs to be in the back. This Commando is pretty good. Me and him do get into it quite a bit. He ends up killing me. I get him close, but you know he's double my level and he has a shield and all that, so you know I don't expect it. And it is kind of boring gameplay from the aspect I do mainly spam 1 until I can actually get in there, because they took unload out like 2 years ago. Used to Powertechs had unload, and I would use it on my Powertech because I thought it was I thought it was a good ability just for range before I have to get in there, but now they removed unload, so it's now a mercenary only ability. It doesn't really hurt the class in my opinion, but I felt like I want something else before I get in there, but especially in this low level, because now my only 30-meter attack is literally number 1. And I had no jump, but they did add jump to all Powertechs, I believe, like in whatever, like 5.0 or something ridiculous like that. Here's that Mercenary again. As I strapped a heal pack, that's fine. And then I realized, I think the assassin's still alive, actually, I forget. But anyway, she's dead, and it's not her fault. She came to heal someone, and she didn't chain heal. I didn't realize what her name is. So yeah, she dies. I get a bit of defensive points. So basically, this map is just like all drawn. And I don't mind reskins like this, where as long as it's some variety. Like, I don't mind them making a reskin of Void Star and it's a cool thing, or them making a Nova Coast on Belsavis or something like that. I don't mind that, with little tweaks here and there to gameplay. Just more variety, I think, is desperately needed. Because the game modes to me are fine. I just feel there needs to be more variety in the maps. So as you can see by this point, we're kind of face rolling. This is actually my first game ever on my Powertech. Here she tries the healing scan. She just goes alone, but you know it's lobby, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, the Powertech is really a much up close and personal class. In fact, there's an ability once you get to level 15 that every time you get an area of effect, an AoE, hit on you, you actually heal 2.5% of your health. And you have like your defensive capability stuff. And here's this Sage. Notice how I just absolutely wrecked this Sage. Now she tries doing a force lift, which I'm fine with. But already she's down to 69%, and she keeps running away. Now this was frustrating because there's like no way to catch her. I feel like I'm playing a melee class. But you see, she just gets destroyed instantly because she just has no defense capability. Also, I go through like heat ridiculously, but that makes sense. I mean, I know once I level up to like level 40 or something, I'll get much more better heat management. I still want to know why they think level 39 is balanced. And here's a 1v1 that commando, and it's basically, you know, he grab arounds me, then he no, he doesn't get priming shot yet actually, but now he's full autoing me. And you know, there's just nothing I can do here. I mean, I put up, I think, a decent fight. If I had my stun, maybe I could have won that, but I didn't have my stun, and he just has, you know, all the defensive capabilities in the world. Medical probe, you see him healing. There's just no way I was winning that fight. So yeah, we pretty much face roll them. 13 medals. I don't even know why, because I feel like I didn't do too much in this game. It's basically the same thing as All-Drawn Civil War. I go back and check that. Our side we have on the left or right. It's called Ruins of Grass. And then I go to the middle. It's like they wouldn't even attack the middle. They had 2 healers, but they just couldn't do anything because they're too low level. Like here, I would leap to them, and I don't know when I get my leap, but hopefully I get it soon, because I literally feel like right now playing a low-level Powertech, I feel like I'm playing a melee class, because there's nothing, no way I can reach. If someone's running away, the only thing I can do is hit one and do like 1,000 damage to them. They have like 100,000 health, so yeah. But anyway, yep, that's my first game on Powertech. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, please leave a like and comment, and I'll thank you all for watching. Goodbye.